Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Yahweh, Baha Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Baha Hashem, Karhat Wadash. All praises, honor, glory, love, respect, faith, and power, and trust, and all credit to my Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and my Heavenly Big Brother, Yahweh Shah. Thank you so much for what you've done, what you're doing, and what you're going to do. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of GMS, Great Millstone, who I learned from, and all the men scattered all over the world, teaching this truth and nothing but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh Bashem Shah, trying to put a spiritual bug in you Hebrew Israelites' ears, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and you speckled birds. And what is a speckled bird? That'd be a Hebrew Israelite that look like some of the heathen nations, like for example, Hebrew Israelite that look like a so-called white person or so-called Chinese person, etc., etc. Got some videos lined up about Esau, Amalek. Gonna play these videos. I'm gonna get into the description of my best ability, say whatever God say through the spirit of power, Yahweh Bashem Shah, the Holy Spirit of Kurhak Padash, Lord willing be on me. Let's get it.
So we would have had an Iran with a nuclear weapon, and maybe we wouldn't all be here right now.
Donald Trump is big on the fear-mongering, of course, like all warmongers are. And this time he decided to scare the hell out of a bunch of kids. No kidding. So we all know that just like Iraq was never a threat to the United States, and that was all made up about weapons of mass destruction, just like Muammar Gaddafi was never a threat to the United States, just like Assad was never a threat to the United States, just like the Taliban in Afghanistan was never a threat to the United States. Neither is Iran a threat to the United States. They don't have a missile that could reach us. And they don't want to, by the way. They don't want this war. This is a war that Israel wanted and Trump went along with, okay? So Trump never attempted to explain to the American public why Iran should be attacked without provocation. He just did what Israel told him to do. Now that the war's failed, he's warning random school children that Iran is 2 weeks away from killing them. You think I'm kidding?
Oh my gosh.
Watch this.
We just broke every record, and now we're going to take a hit because we have to make a journey down to Iran to take the nuclear weapon. They would have had a nuclear weapon within 2 weeks. Remember, we sent that beautiful B-2 bomber in, and we blew up their nuclear potential. It was obliterated, for those that are not aware.
Hell, that look like some of the kids look like they don't even want to be there. They just drifting off in space.
And
But then apparently it got unobliterated because we had to go to war a year later. We had to start a war with them. Apparently it was obliterated. It was obliterated. But then I guess it got unobliterated.
Is he deploying these kids to Iran? Why is he telling them?
Probably be the future bullet catchers, the future draft, the future soldiers for the fight for Amalek.
Here we go. I don't know.
to a point where it would take
The
them
little baby Goyim.
weeks to dig down, and we wouldn't let them dig down. We have our eyes on it all the time. But it was a very important thing. So we would have had an Iran with a nuclear weapon, and maybe we wouldn't all be here right now. I can tell you the Middle East would have been gone, Israel would have been gone, and they would have trained their sights on Europe first and then us, because they're sick
And this guy, this little kid right here, look like he a little off looking.
people. These are sick people, and we're not going to let lunatics
You know, all these kids, they probably what it is. They need a cell phone in their face. That's the problem.
have a nuclear weapon. The power of a nuclear weapon is something I don't even want to talk about. It's not going to happen, and we have beaten them badly.
Jimmy.
It's always very important to surround yourself with children when you're discussing global nuclear issues. Every smart world leader knows that, Kurt. What do you want to say, Kurt?
What? This is one of the worst things I've ever seen. This is like if one of your parents was telling you about their marriage troubles with your other parent and you're 8.
And exactly.
Is that uncomfortable?
That's what that is. I want to show you this. This is a new archaeological find. Hey, let me make it a little bigger. Breaking. Archaeologists in the Holy Land just uncovered 3,000-year-old Israelite tablet. It reads, Iran is 12 days away from developing a nuclear weapon.
We might have not been here. Because if Iran had made a nuclear weapon, Jimmy, it would have been such a terrific nuke. It could get past all the other nukes of everyone who has a nuke.
One of the greatest nukes.
Most beautiful nuke.
I'd like to be an 8-year-old, but Mr. President, doesn't Israel have nukes? Wouldn't that create a kind of detente?
Anyway, I just wanted to show. So that's a beautiful joke. Come see me on tour in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Their intention is to try to goad people into reacting to their antics. That's always their that may not be their stated goal, but that is what they do. And so this was a clip that I found that just it hasn't really made the rounds, but I found it on Instagram, and it really tells an incredible story, because you have to listen carefully to what everybody is saying here, from the person who's filming it to the person who's being questioned. Let's set the stage. This is a cafe that is owned and run by a Palestinian, and he has to deal with a Jewish Zionist in his store.
Are you calling for Zio Hunter?
Oh, this is definitely Zio Hunter territory for sure.
Okay,
Right.
all right, we're calling for Zio Hunter.
Here we go.
You're causing a disruption. I'm gonna call the police if you don't leave. Please call the police. I'm not causing a disruption. You need to leave. You need to leave. Sir, you need to leave. I don't.
Start again so you can see the headline.
You're causing
A Zionist provocateur wearing a Star of David that was ejected by the owner and then removed by police.
a disruption. I'm gonna call the police if you don't leave. Please call the police. I'm not causing a disruption. You need to leave. You need to leave. Sir, you need to leave. I don't need to leave because this is a private business. You're being asked to leave. You want me to escort you out?
Please stop.
You want me to escort you out?
Please stop.
Leave my
screaming in front
business.
of my son.
Get out of my business.
Is he on the ground laying down?
Get out of my business.
Is it his business?
This is a business.
You
You
were the
need to
owner.
leave.
He
So
owns
you're
the
gonna have to
cafe.
leave. You're gonna
Hold
have to
on,
leave.
please.
You're
Hold
gonna have
on.
to leave.
Hold on, please.
Hold on, please.
Unbelievable. The level of entitlement. You know, they just so show their whole asses because any normal person, when asked to leave, will get up and leave. Right? That's a
Hey, this is not what the so-called chosen people should be treated. They should be treated with respect. Everybody should love them. Yeah, the chosen people. These motherfuckers want them to leave out there. Oh, don't you dare shake. You're going outside. Going outside? Oh, you ain't gonna go outside? Oh, you had me think you gonna go outside. Well, watch out being bull. Oh, now you want to shake. Anyway. Well, yeah, man, these are chosen people, but this is how they being treated. I say treated. I ain't say treat. The dog think, man, she reacts. She pays attention to what I say. I say treated, not treat.
normal person when you're asked to leave, you might ask why. You might
Yeah, so if I say the treat word, and her ass gonna look at me, huh?
question it, whatever. But by this point, you would have
Thinking I won't give her one.
just left. But only a real sociopath is going to sit there and debate it because they're so fucking entitled to be able to do that in someone else's business.
Now, keep in mind who is filming here. The Zio is filming.
Of course he is.
Now, I have no doubt whatsoever that upon entering this cafe, that there was probably this is my theory. Okay, it's not going to be detailed in this story, but this is my theory. There was a Palestinian flag, probably.
All right, man. Anyway, yeah, they say funny. Yeah, they will complain about somebody wearing a Palestinian shirt or have a flag or a sticker on their car, but then when it comes to the Ninja Star of Death, they gonna act like they victims. You treat people like shit when whatever. Anyway,
It's the Israel.
trying to skip some stuff. I want to let the video keep playing.
Your business. You're allowed to.
Yep.
Yeah, you got the right to kick somebody out of their business establishment.
Gentleman asked me to leave because of my hat.
This is a violent hat, and you need to leave.
My hat is
Yeah, it's violent. It's violent.
I'm
You need to
sorry.
leave.
This
It's a satanic symbol. It represents evil. We don't want that there. It's like a curse word. That Ninja Star of Death. It ain't got nothing to do with David. It's got something to do with some pagan shit and witchcraft.
this man cannot ask me to leave because
Yeah, I
of my hat.
can. It's my business, bro.
No, he can't.
It's my
ask-
business.
You can't refuse
Yeah, I can.
someone.
I can. Yes, I
you
can.
can't refuse service
Yes,
for
I
a
can.
protected class. And
Yeah. Protected class.
Protected class. Protected by who? America? Not by the Most High, Yahweh. And his son Yahweh Shah. Hell to the no. Yeah, they fucking them niggas up. Yeah. Now yeah.
Protected class.
You're-
A protected class. Are you
Israeli flag hat wearers?
protected
Zio
class?
hat wearers are a protected class? Oh my God.
Yeah, these divine ass niggas. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. And the Lord Yahweh thy God will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee. Now they getting persecuted. I love it. Let's get to the next one.
IDF soldiers got busted again for defiling Christian symbols in Lebanon.
I guess it's gonna be my thumbnail picture.
You know, the country that they've been annexing the southern portion of, the country
And they smashed a Jesus statue. Now they're giving Mary a Lucy. Or is it a joint? Probably. I don't know. Shit.
that they've been
A
destroying
statue of Mary, giving her a Lucy,
dozens of villages
giving her a damn stogie.
in the country that they just bombed the capital of. Beirut was bombed today by the Israelis. Anyway,
A cancer stick.
The following image was posted by Israel Genocide Tracker on X, and it shows, well, you see what it shows. It shows the, I believe, Virgin Mary, and an IDF soldier is holding a cigarette to her mouth while he has a cigarette in his own mouth. The post caption reads as follows, by the way. Israel does not and will never hold its soldiers accountable. This is why they will continue to disrespect religious statues and post themselves doing so. Mother Mary statue in southern Lebanon posted today. Okay, well, obviously this isn't new. In fact, this comes on the heels of a different Christian controversy because just weeks ago we covered a similar story out of southern Lebanon having to do with the image that you see on your screens right now. You're looking at an IDF soldier taking an axe to a statue of Jesus Christ. The image went viral, and both the IDF and the Israeli Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, condemned the soldier. So in that case, there was an investigation, and then we did get an update, which is rare, indicating that the soldier is being punished. Okay, but Netanyahu hasn't been doing Israel any favors when it comes to his country's public relations, especially with the Christian community. We got to be very clear about that. Because in March, Netanyahu took a shot at none other than, oh, it's interesting, Jesus Christ himself. Let's take a look.
Also wrote The Lessons of History, very brief, 100-page book, in which he said, well, history proves that, unfortunately and unhappily, Jesus Christ has no advantage over Genghis Khan. Because if you are strong enough, ruthless enough, powerful enough, evil will overcome good.
Oh, we are very aware about how easily evil overcomes good. In fact, Netanyahu himself knows from personal experience how evil tends to overcome good, which is a shame in the short term, but karma catches up to everybody. Anyway, now, about a week after the Jesus statue controversy took place, Netanyahu posted a video featuring Christian IDF soldiers. Now I do that because, well, I mean, look, you're going to take a look at the image and you'll understand.
Christian IDF soldiers? Christian IDF soldiers? I ain't never heard of such, man. Go fuck all of them.
Why I'm doing the scare quotes. Take a look.
I'm here in the Prime Minister's office with an extraordinary group of young men and women. These are Christian soldiers, men and women, in the Israeli Defense Forces. They field all the important positions in our incredible military, and they do incredible work. This is completely contrary to what is presented outside. It's not only that that Israel fights for the rights of Christians around the Middle East, but that Israel has Christian soldiers who fight for the defense of Israel and for our Christian brethren throughout the area, throughout the region, and beyond.
We're not the ones who blurred out the soldiers' faces. We didn't alter the video in any way. Why are their faces blurred? Is it so no one can fact check whether they're Christian soldiers? Now look, there might be some Christian Zionist soldiers, who knows? I mean, you know, people who have Mike Huckabee's like cult beliefs about Israel. Yeah, I mean, I don't deny it. But these people, they value Israel because of their crazy prophecy fantasies more than like Jesus Christ himself. Like it's weird. I don't know. It's like a form of
name is Yahweh
Christianity that makes no sense to me. And it's because,
and you know, Jesus Christ would approve of this. He'd be like, hey, I'm good with this. Hell,
it's made up. I mean, it's just
hell. I mean, then they got a picture. Yeah, I think they got pictures of Jesus. Hey, they got a bunch of pictures of Jesus with a daggone what is his name? Let me see. Jeebus smoking. Yeah, they got pictures, a bunch of pictures of Jesus smoking weed. Look at that nigga. That nigga look. He looking shit. That nigga look like he just crawled out of a dumpster. And he's smoking some old soggy ass cigarette. He got Jesus right here with a cigarette with a Pabst Blue Ribbon in his hand. There's a cartoon drawing on Blaze the Lord. Blaze the Lord. You got this one right here. He got marijuana high ass G. Oh yeah, this the one. That nigga that's sucking the shit out of that cigarette. He like a fucking look like a crack fiend. I don't know. They got a lot of pictures of Jeebus with a damn smoking. Man, look what they doing to your Jeebus. For you fucking low-level Satanist Christians. Anyway, oh sweet Jeebus. Oh, they got black Jeebus. Yeah. Anyway.
A weird.
See, Jeebus is a fucking joke. But Yahweh Shah ain't no damn joke, and Yahweh ain't either.
Interpretation of the Bible and what the Israelites are, or who the Israelites are. But anyway,
Hey, but who are the Israelites? Yeah. Hold on, what she say?
Christianity that makes no sense to me. And it's because it's made up. I mean, it's just
Christianity is made up.
a weird interpretation of the Bible
It sure damn is.
and what the Israelites are, or who the Israelites are. But anyway,
It sure damn, yeah.
nonetheless,
But anyway, moving on. We ain't gonna get into that. And ain't gonna never get into that.
the point here is whether there are Christian soldiers fighting in the IDF or not, it doesn't matter. What matters is the culture, the current culture within Israel that makes it okay, or at least makes multiple IDF soldiers think it's okay, to defile religious symbols like this. They have no respect for human beings or the religious beliefs of others at all. They don't see these.
I mean, it's statue. I mean, people using this as a way of worshiping. I mean, you don't supposed to worship the daggone statue or either. Well, it's a Virgin Mary. I mean, anyway, we get the point. Y'all get the point. They defiling this. Which is nothing new anyway. Their existence, these baby dick suckers, Jewish faggot fuckers, Amalek, they exist is defiled. Their existence is defiled, defiling the earth. Anyway, Psalm chapter 144, verse 11, rid me and deliver me from the hand of the strange children whose mouths speak of vanity and their right hands the right hand of falsehood. This also go for you regular ass Edomites or so-called white people. And let's not get it twisted too, because you're going to have Israelites that look like her. Yep. And I think she is Israelite too. Let's get to the next one. More on Amalek.
Have been covering this for a while. How there is this disconnect when it comes to the Zio state and everyday people and the people who support the Zio state and the message that they put out there. So, I don't know Jonathan Skurdati, but he is emblematic of the very problem of I have to feel safe and I am willing to make the sacrifices. This is why I say liberal Zionism is so much worse. Because it ushers back in decorum politics, where it becomes easier to sell empire. Right now, it's very hard to sell it, and that's why empire is collapsing. However, men like this are why this is becoming such a problem.
Things aren't really that bad for Jews. You're just exaggerating. It's just one school that disinvited an MP from speaking about anti-Semitism. Don't be alarmist. It's just one terror attack in one single synagogue. It was just one lunatic loser jihadist. Don't overdo it. These things happen in big cities. Just 2 people died. It's just one football match in one city where police lied about threats to Jews to ban them from coming. Hey, safety first. Who needs Maccabi fans causing tension? It's just one Israeli restaurant with mobs outside it. Just once, or maybe twice, or, well, a few times, but just a few. It's just the BBC's best paid presenter comparing us to rats. Gary Lineker's got opinions.
What?
Fans causing tension. It's just one Israeli restaurant with mobs outside it. Just once, or maybe twice, or, well, a few times, but just a few. It's just the BBC's best paid presenter comparing us to rats. Gary Lineker.
We are rats.
Maybe twice, or, well, a few times, but just a few. It's just the BBC's best paid presenter comparing us to rats.
Yep, you're rats. You dirty rats wearing small hats.
Gary Lineker's got opinions. It's not like he got an award.
Yeah, y'all probably the reason why damn Hunter virus is running rampant. Yeah. They say I said it before. Yeah, they talking about in the news, not in the mainstream. Oh, I paused the video at 1 minute 44 seconds. Let's see. Right, oh, praise Yahweh Shema Shah, the why Yahweh Shema Shah. Well, I know they ain't saying this in the mainstream news, but on the other news, they're talking about them vaccine shots could be the reason why hantavirus is I don't know, but I'm just saying this ain't no medical or no. I'm just saying, bro. I ain't saying it for a fact that the vaccine shots are the main reason why hantavirus is spreading. Even if it is a virus, I don't know. We're gonna find out though.
For it all.
I don't know if it's really real or just some shit to get people scared as fuck to get something out of this whole thing. But we gonna find out.
Wait, you did? It's just Twitter banter. It's just free speech. It's just Dawn French mocking our slaughter, kidnapping and rape as a bad thing. Comedy's subjective. Lighten up. It's just one rabbi murdered and...
I mean, y'all make it seem like rape is a good thing to do. And y'all, yeah, these niggas protest if you have something against them raping somebody, they have a problem with it.
In the UAE, a random act in a peaceful emirate. They finished with Muslim extremism there. It's just Bondi Beach, with 15 gunned down at a Hanukkah gathering. It's just
come on, bro. Nobody ain't fall for that shit.
a terror plot to kill
That doo-doo false flag event.
as many Jews as possible in Manchester with automatic weapons. Besides, they didn't manage. It was just a plot, just a stockpile of ammunition, just 2 guys, well, 3, just a one-off. It's just an ear bitten off in Greece, just one Syrian migrant who likes the taste of Jewish flesh. It was just free.
Hold on, what? Wait a minute. No, let's not go. Like, I understand there's some people out there that could be into cannibalism and shit, but y'all niggas are the biggest cannibals in the fucking world. I mean, goodness gracious. Shit. Goddamn Epstein Island, they're eating babies. That's just one small event. These niggas like to put their mouth on a baby dingling, blood dripping down their mouth and shit, and their lips and shit. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, just one cannibal. Anyway.
Palestine, just damn Israel, just...
Yes.
Yeah, stop this shit. I'm getting tired of seeing this faggot.
Damn
Or
Israel.
hearing this faggot speak.
And damn you for continuing to push this. It's the saying
He
goes.
kind of look like that Wash guy. I can't remember that faggot name. Man. He got the glasses, got the beard. Damn, they got probably the same haircut. But yeah, that arrogant ass nigger. Yeah, talking about something. Yeah, y'all deserve to go into captivity and slavery. Yeah, it was best for you. Well, we're gonna find. Hey, it's gonna be best for you when it's your turn, bitch.
Zionists will tell you that everyone hates them, but they'll never tell you why people hate them. They'll never explain the reason.
Well, I tell you why. Because they are the wicked, and the Lord is turning all these people against you. You're a fugitive, a vagabond, just like you regular ass white folks. Y'all fugitives and vagabond too. Y'all the same goddamn people, these baby dick sucking Jewish faggot fuckers.
And even if you took out the primary driver, which is the genocide in Gaza, the genocide that is now being attempted in southern Lebanon, endless war with Iran and others, there is something to be said for a country that dictates our foreign policy, and in many cases our domestic policy. You saw earlier in the live stream how we covered State Senator's daughter, who is confused beyond recognition how her own father capitulates to a foreign country when he's a state senator, in New Mexico no less. But you see, because this man presents himself as a pseudo-intellectual, well, actually an intellectual, but he's a pseudo-intellectual, excuse me, they think that they're garnering sympathy because, as Jen often likes to point out, one person's terrorist is another person's freedom fighter. These people that are doing what they're doing are fighting against the Zio state. So I don't disagree with what they're doing, because I understand that when you have the boot on the neck of innocent people, that they're going to fight back. That's being on the side of justice. And sometimes justice causes blood to be spilled. We all know that. This is another great example of that. But this is, again, a major disconnect that these people have. They refuse to see why people don't like them, because they don't see people like us as being on their level. We are just goyim in their eye.
And I was about to say that I was gonna mention the word goyim, because that's what they see everybody that's not a small hatter. Or hey, you got elites that look at their own people as goyim too, cattle. Hold on. The elite of Amalek. Yeah, the elite of Amalek. Oh, you gonna go outside? All right. Yeah, the elite of Amalek is looking at his own people as goyim and cattle, because he's willing to sacrifice them niggers too.
We are vermin in their eyes. We are not on the same level. We should just accept that this is the construct that they've created. But they hate the fact that it's falling apart.
I am Hamas. Oh. It's just 50 Jewish children thrown off a plane in Spain, just a stupid stewardess, just a little dip.
Did you not see the way that the Jew children were acting on that plane? Did you not see the ruckus that they were causing to such an extent that that's why they were thrown off? Yeah, but you're not going to point that out. See, I remember that story. That was from 2 years ago. But I remember it very well. And you, of course, are going to create a narrative that isn't true. You just make up stuff as you go.
Yeah, because that's what they do. Make up a narrative. But see, when they show the evidence, it goes against their narrative, and they have a problem then.
So once again, only telling one side of the story.
When it's the truth, they have a problem with it. You tell the truth, they have a problem. That's why they are against the truth. And they're forgers of liars. Let me get to that. Job chapter 13, verse 4. But ye are physicians no, I'm reading the wrong part. Supposed to read that second. But ye are forgers of lies. So y'all just make up lies. Y'all just, you know how forgers. Or somebody who forging something like steel, they compress and beat down some metal and such, making it stronger and stronger. That's what they do when it comes to their lies, made up shit. They try to make this shit reinforce the lies, and hopefully the people believe this shit. But a lot of people ain't believing that bullshit. Especially if you got the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah on you. Ye are all positions of no value. You have no value. You ain't worth a damn.
Kids were kicked off the plane. Yes, they were kicked off the plane. Why? Yeah, we're not worried
They're like some wild animals. That's why.
about that. No, we can't talk about that.
Untamed. And got no discipline. And probably never got an ass whooping their whole life. They're just a bunch of fucking demons or niggers.
Diplomatic spat, just this one.
Small hat niggers.
It's just being surrounded and hounded at an Italian service station. Those Italians are passionate drivers. It's just serial beatings of a rabbi.
What were they throwing up? They're like throwing up devil horns. They're probably saying that y'all are devils.
Hounded at an Italian service station. Those Italians are passionate drivers.
Somebody was throwing something.
It's just serial
Yep. I seen somebody in the background throwing them devil horns, hand gestures.
beatings of a rabbi in France. One guy, yes, multiple times. Maybe he should avoid that neighborhood. It's just a Jewish girl gang raped by Muslims in France as revenge. An isolated incident. Don't generalize. Don't be so Islamophobic. It's just 2 killed outside the Jewish museum in
Hold on. Oh, that shit old. Nigga, please. Like I said, they sacrificed them 2 niggers.
Washington.
Yes, 2 people that were supporters of the state of Israel.
So we gotta take y'all niggas serious and they sympathize over you people for the. But what about your transatlantic slave trade? Oh, that's just nothing either. And what about all those millions, hundreds of millions of so-called Native Indians, Seminole Indians, Latino, or so-called Latinos, you call them today, but their ancestors back then, there were hundreds of millions of that died from being transported, murdered, being caught goddamn illnesses deliberately by your own people. Cristobal Colon, a baby dick sucker too, and all these other goddamn small hat Edomite niggers, Amalek and Esau. You niggas came in and raped, robbed, and murdered us. The true people that's in the Bible, the real divine people, the Hebrew Israelites. And what y'all did to us, down there, billions of us got killed. Billions of us. And goddamn, men, women, and children. Murdered, goddamn ran sticks up our butts and came up your mouth, raped the women, the children, forced. Man, I mean, goddamn, there's a whole bunch of shit. I don't even want to bring it up. Shit, y'all keeping our private parts in fucking jars, for goodness sakes. Our hands, our eyes, our brains in jars, and y'all keeping it as like a souvenir. Shit, slave Bibles, all that shit. Goodness fucking grace, you niggers get go, and you want us to care about what the fuck you went through with the hola hoax. Anyway,
Who unfortunately ended up getting what they had coming because of the initiative that they support, which is genocide. I do not sympathize with people that want to make a living off of people being butchered.
yeah.
And that is what those 2 were doing. Look at the event that they were at. Again,
Alright, let's get to the next one. Damn devils.
Have you seen this guy before? This guy over here. This is Jake Tapper from CNN on the left and Jonathan Greenblatt from the Anti-Defamation League on the right. It's a group that states it's trying to combat hate, while in reality, what it's really doing is just shutting down criticism of Israel. Well, they recently Jake Tapper interviewed Jonathan Greenblatt recently on CNN, and it's making a lot of headlines because, ultimately, I've been fed up with this whole notion that you're gonna just go ahead and clump together criticism of Israel with anti-Semitism. It's been going on for 3 years now. I'm absolutely sick of it. So they talk about it, and the way he framed it is actually quite, it's very interesting to say the least. So I want you guys to take a listen to this, and let's talk about it.
How much did you look at the motivation of these in these acts of what you call anti-Semitism, what the report is looking at, in terms of whether or not they were done? Well, you weigh in on, from the right, the neo-Nazis, the Groypers, that group, or from the left, the pro-Hamas, anti-Israel crowd. Is there one group that's doing more of it?
This is a very good question, Jake, in terms of which side is doing more. Look, we find that on both sides of the political spectrum, there are manifestations of anti-Semitism and virulent anti-Jewish hate. Now, certainly to the people like Hassan Piker from the left or Tucker Carlson from the right, they generate a lot of headlines. And some politicians who dabble in anti-Semitic tropes also get our attention. But, behind these statistics, behind the 6,274 incidents, there are real people at stake. And I think about Sarah Milgram and Yaron Lashinsky shot in the back walk out of a museum in D.C. by a man yelling, "Free, free Palestine." Is that left-wing? Is that Islamist? I don't know what to call that. I think about the student in Seattle, Washington, harassed by her classmates, telling her week after week with no intervention of the teacher that Hitler was right, the Nazis should have done the job. Is that right or left? I mean, all of it is wrong. And I think we need leaders on both sides of the aisle to say, especially to their own, enough with the anti-Semitism, enough with the hate.
So there you have it. And of course, he just didn't directly answer the question at all. That aside, wow. So he asks him in the thing, how do you define an anti-Semitic incident? He says free Palestine alone is not an anti-Semitic incident. However, if you say free Palestine to Jewish people entering a synagogue, then that counts as an anti-Semitic incident in their poll, even if that synagogue is hosting a real estate event selling land from the occupied West Bank, just selling land illegally from the occupied West Bank that isn't theirs. That is considered an anti-Semitic attack. If you say from the river to the sea, that is considered an anti-Semitic attack. So these are how they're defining these sort of things. And they're doing all of this instead of just simply giving Palestinians equal rights. Isn't that crazy? No, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, this is truly insane. Because so much of the issue that people are having, so much of the reason these media headlines keep coming up is because ultimately people are angry that Israel is annihilating, taking the rights away, and just truly subjugating Palestinians. And if you just fix that, then all of the headlines will simply just stop because you're not reaffirming every single belief that they have by instead of shutting down the human rights abuses you have towards this one ethnic group, instead of just simply stopping that, you're resorting by continuing to do it, actually amping up the rhetoric and amping up the violence, and instead what you're going to do is shut down criticism of people that call that out, and you're going to call them the people that are in the wrong. I mean, this is absolutely insane, and it's been going on, and now we have our own government telling us that we're the crazy ones because we simply are calling out the inhumanity of it all. And so this is what's actually going on. If you've watched my channel, if you know who I am, I don't support hate towards any group of people. I genuinely mean that from the bottom of my heart. But everybody knows it has nothing to do with that anymore. And for the cases where it's actually hate directed at a specific individual because of the fact that they're Jewish, well, the best way to stop that, the best way to reduce that, is not by putting up new laws every single damn day to address it, instead of just solving the root cause of the problem right now. And right now, one of the main root causes is simply unabashed total support for Israel as it goes about its ethnic cleansing, apartheid, genocide, everything against the Palestinian people, and Israel pushing the United States into wars. That is simply it. And if you fix those things, if you get rid of this special toxic relationship with Israel, I promise you at least 90% of all of these crimes that they're witnessing, 90% of it would drop. I am almost certain of that. And they don't want to admit that, even though their own data shows this. I mean, listen, the ADL does a lot of horrible things. They get a lot of data. They do a lot of stalking. They get a lot of data. So they have all this data anyways, and they've said before in their own written statements, I mean, they put together 50-page research analysis on specific demographics. They have a lot of data. They have a lot of social media data. They're better than I'd say the FBI on this part. They know what the data says. They know the data says that a lot of this is coming from anti-Israel sentiment because of Israel's actions. And then they overlook that part, and they're like, okay, well, how do we stop this from coming out? Also, keep in mind, this Jake Tapper guy here, I mean, he just blatantly lies on air on CNN. Previously, he lied about an event that was hosted, a real estate event, to sell land in the Israeli-occupied West Bank, Palestinian land that's not even theirs. And when he referred to the event, he called it a migration. He called it a protest against migration to Israel. So take a listen to this.
A group of anti-Israel protesters gathered outside an event promoting migration to Israel. A prominent New York City
A group of anti-Israel protesters gathered outside an event promoting migration to Israel. It was an event promoting migration into an illegal Israeli settlement. It was an event promoting real estate in the Israeli-occupied West Bank. And then this guy just goes out and just blatantly lies. On Jake Tapper's Sunday show, State of the Union has not featured a single Palestinian or Palestinian-American guest in almost 7 years. The last time was in 2019, when Tapper interviewed Rashida Tlaib and grilled her about BDS and asked her if Israel had a right to exist 3 times. So, you don't even need to host Palestinians at all anymore if you don't want to. At the same token, then you better not be doing the same thing for the other side, for Zionists, continuously. If you don't want to feature both sides, then that's one thing if you're not simply covering the story. But for simply to just push propaganda continuously about the other side and then blatantly lie about it for 7 damn years. And then you start hosting somebody like Jonathan Greenblatt to talk about how there's this rise in anti-Semitism. Much of it is related to this simply this upset, this anger and frustration with America's support of Israel. Well, I mean, genuinely, what is this? You're just this is just straight propaganda outlet. So, you know, no wonder. Unfortunately, they simply don't want to hear it. They don't want to know what's actually going to stop the rise in hate. They don't want to know because it's pretty obvious. It's pretty blatantly in their face, and they refuse to see it because that would require them to change course. And when I say them, I'm talking about the people that support Israel and Israelis in general. It would require them to support change course, and they don't want to. What they want is they want to commit genocide and apartheid in peace. They want to be able to do it without people witnessing it. That's what they want. And the
and like, and just get away with all kind of atrocities. Let's get to the next video. I mean, if you want to watch, here, just to remind you, if you want to watch the videos, or go back and watch. Oh, this shit is almost over with. I'll let it keep playing. But hey, watch it again. They go to title. They go to channel.
Second people witness it, well, then they get mad. But instead of getting mad and changing their ways in order so that way the criticism shuts down, they decide to respond by shutting down the criticism itself.
But they can't change their ways. They was meant and they was designed to be the wicked. Yeah.
You think that's not going to pester? You think that's not going to actually end up just, you know, causing more anger and unrest until things eventually tip over? That's exactly what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen. I have no sympathies whatsoever for anybody that tries to justify the murder of children and then in the same token shut down the criticism of people that speak up against that. That is a different level of just straight hatefulness and bigotry. I can't. It's disgusting. So that's it for this video, guys. If you found it interesting, I'd appreciate it if you just go ahead and click the subscribe button below and give it a thumbs up as well. It helps me reach more people like you. Also, if you've been seeing people in the comments using the John F. Kennedy emoji or the censored emoji or the
John F. Kennedy emoji, shit. What about just saying Yahweh Shema Bashar? That really bothered them niggas. Saying the names of Yahweh Shema Bashar, yeah, that will bother them big time.
But apparently Costa Rica is now being invaded by Zayos. And it's very unfortunate.
A tremendous honor for me to stand here today as the first president of the State of Israel to visit Panama. I want to thank you, my dear friend, President Molino, for the warm and gracious welcome to your beautiful country. We will never forget how Panama stood with the Jewish people at the dawn of our statehood, and we deeply appreciate Panama's friendship and support now, especially during these very challenging and complicated times.
These rats trying to find a new place to find refuge. Shit. Somewhere where Jake, where the majority of the Israelites be. Shit.
You mean like committing a genocide? Yes, I know.
And just for context, the same trip he did go to Costa Rica. So I know they were talking about Costa Rica, and then all of a sudden he comes on and be like Panama. But
they're all the same to you, Jan.
It's all the same.
All Latin America.
I didn't realize he was starting with this. We have a video from a local in Costa Rica.
Okay.
That's why, yeah.
Israel has faced a multi-front war with Iran and its terror proxies.
You mean the war that you started, or the genocide that you started? You know, tomato, yeah, it's all the same.
Including Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthis. We did not seek this war.
Huh? Yeah, you did. Oh my goodness, Dad, come on, get the fuck out of here, bruh. That's some bullshit.
We will defend our people. It is
goodness gracious, this shit is hilarious, bro.
We didn't take the war we've been trying to make happen for 40 years.
Yeah, and then they kept saying that they got weapons of mass destruction. Weapons of mass destruction. They got weapons of mass destruction here. They got weapons of mass destruction there. And every place they say they got weapons of mass destruction, they got to sick America on them. Go get them, America. Go get them. Sick them like a fucking pit bull or some Doberman Pinscher or some shit.
We don't even know how it happened. We've just been calling for it for...
Dude,
we didn't ask for it. We're just sitting there minding our own business, doing our own thing, you know, and it just happened.
Honestly, I can't tell the difference between Mike Johnson and Herzog. I really can't.
It isn't, but I can see it, yeah.
Yeah, they're basically the same person.
It's not our struggle alone. Iran's terror regime and its proxies reach far beyond the Middle East. Right here on Panama's soil, Hezbollah murdered 20 innocent civilians.
Okay,
so wait a minute. Is this guy? I thought this is the Israeli. I guess so.
But you want to bet that is a completely bullshit story that never happened. It's just
of course.
Why would Hezbollah have any interest in Panama?
Also, like, they care about 20 civilians. They've killed hundreds of thousands in Gaza.
Honestly, that's the type of thing where somebody should basically call them out and say, look, it's one thing to try to pull some bullshit story in West Asia and say that Hezbollah did something.
West Asia, not the Middle East.
Something in Lebanon, of course, that's bullshit too. But to suggest that that's being done in the Central America islands, I mean, come on, that's a big reach there, buddy.
What are you talking about?
Well, the connected. No, Central
It's
America.
called an isthmus. It's an isthmus.
Which means that it's surrounded by water, but it's not actually in the water.
It's an isthmus.
Okay.
Merry Isthmus.
Attack back in 1994, the international community cannot turn a blind eye to the chaos that the Iranian regime seeks to.
The international, whatever you call these niggas, they got their eyes and they talking shit about what you niggas are doing and what America doing too. And a lot of these folks in the international community, they in on this shit too, committing genocide and such, like Britain. You niggas ain't innocent.
Spread throughout the world. I believe that this historic visit will open a new chapter in the friendship between Israel and Panama.
How long
A
do you have to
chapter
watch?
built on
Oh yeah,
deep
they gave that nigga a nice check.
economic
Yeah,
Costa Rica, Panama, whatever.
No, I don't know. I wasn't
Stronger
expecting
ties
that
on so many fields.
Yeah, Peter, this
closer
wasn't.
ties
This
between
isn't good.
People to people, and a shared action for a safer and a better world.
Music too.
It's terrible. It's terrible. Yeah, we don't want that. So, point is you know, I'm not even going to say it. The genocidal entity has been spreading its tentacles all over for years and years, but now they're really looking for their escape plan, and apparently they've infested a very beautiful area of Costa Rica.
Well, they got to get out of Israel because they don't actually want to be there.
So this part of Costa Rica, where this guy is from, is actually a part that I have not been to because it's very beach touristy, which is just generally not the kind of place I would go in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
But it does make sense as to why there would be a lot of the Zayos moving to this particular area, and the locals are not liking it. That's the video we need to watch.
I'm Zionist living in Nosara. I'm Emmanuel, the TICO leader of Nosara Revolution. I know many of you already know me because you love snooping around my Instagram. It's an honor that you follow me, since everything I do is inspired by you. I'm greeting you from the Jones Market, where you've seen us protesting against the criminal Zionist ideology and the genocidal state of Israel, and where several of you have insulted and threatened us. Tell me one thing, how does it feel to be immigrants and act as if this land belongs to you?
Well, how about it?
Yeah.
You know, we see this all the time, as I'm sure you have.
So apparently he's been being harassed. They've been being harassed by Zayos. Right? Let it play. Just let it play.
Does it feel good to believe the world is yours and that we, Goyim, must pay you homage?
Yeah.
How does it feel to flee Israel?
But the funny thing is that why are they running away? They should be in the Holy Land dwelling in safety. But why are they dwelling in this land? They're running from the Holy Land they was promised to them thousands of years ago. You know what I'm saying? They were promised to them that land. But now they're leaving out of that land. Now they're going to say, oh, we were promised the land, but we had to leave out for a temporary time because the prophecy said we had to. No, nigga. Shit. Now, the real people that supposed to be... Well, anyway, I got to say, man, this is some monkey-ass shit. And now y'all in a land where the real people supposed to be dwelling in. The Hebrew Israelites. We supposed to be dwelling in that land, the Holy Land that y'all abandoning. Shit, y'all trying to get the hell on, hightail on out of there because y'all don't want to get bombed or either get drafted into the military.
Take refuge in Nosara, thinking you'd escape the crimes your society commits in your name? What made you think Costa Rica is the paradise of oblivion? I remind you that every Israeli citizen who intends to whitewash the image of Israel or who denies the ethnic cleansing.
Let me go back to that, what he just said. Because I think he probably knows who the Israelites are.
Costa Rica is the paradise of oblivion. I remind you that every Israeli citizen who intends to whitewash the image of Israel or who denies the ethnic cleansing and the genocide is a criminal, even if they haven't dropped a single bomb. In Nosara, we are waking up. We don't like colonization, whether in Palestine, Lebanon, Patagonia, or right here.
Thinking he knows who he is. I don't know.
You'll see us at the beach, surfing, in yoga classes, or at the supermarket. We'll be at every protest and every educational activity we organize to warn the community about the dangers of Zionism.
And warn them that there's some gutter rats is in our country. We got to get their asses on out of here.
Get used to seeing us and to feeling uncomfortable, since no Zionist deserves to feel at ease in any corner of the planet. In Nosara, we'll defend our community from the enemies of humanity.
Thank you, Emmanuel.
Well said. Yeah.
as you just pointed out, and that's also one of the reasons why this is such a big deal, because the Israelis typically are taught to speak English, but they're going to other countries that they don't speak, or if they do speak it, they're not going to speak it. In this case, Spanish, other places, could be Thai, in Cyprus. I don't know what they say. I don't know if they speak Greek in Cyprus, but
I think it's half Greek, half Turkish.
yeah. And so the point is, they're going to have a very hard time getting on with the locals in all of these places. They'll bribe the governments and the government.
Hell, the locals ain't gonna bother want to get along with them anyway. These niggas here on the streets beating up women and transgender. Oh man, they getting their hands. It was a video. I know I haven't seen the shit. Matter of fact, let me see where that shit is. I think it was old as hell. Let me see. Israeli. It was in Thailand. Israeli and Thailand fight trans. An Israeli tourist was reportedly beaten by a group of locals. It was back a month ago. I think, was this? Yeah, no, this ain't it. Hold on, let's see what this is about. This was a month ago. Damn, can I get the audio? There you go. Can I put it on full screen? No, I don't think so. What the fuck is wrong with this nigga? Israeli tourists attacked after harassing locals in... Well, they making it seem like he a victim. Hell, he is the fucking wild one. Who was wrong here? Goddamn, everybody just circle around his asshole. I guess, shit, he's the clown in the center of it. I guess he's the show, so that's why they just giving him space so he can act like a nigger. Hope y'all can see this. I wish you could make this shit full screen. Oh, somebody's challenging him to whoop his ass. And it's over just like that. It's over just like that. Even the women getting some. The women stomping his ass out. Or if that is a woman, shit, it could be a dude, a trans. Did he just get kicked by a nigga with sandals on? Yeah, this rat had enough of an ass whooping. Everybody jumped in that bitch. They jumped his ass. Hey man, they goddamn try to exterminate vermin. Damn right, they have every right to exterminate vermin. Shit, they come in here bringing Hulta virus in. The Hulta virus. That nigga could have the Hulta virus. What was this? Oh, another one. Oh, this was last year, March the 6th. Was it 2 Israelis sustained injuries and brawl with transgender women? I thought it was just one woman. It was I guess a whole bunch of. But what the fuck they doing around them niggas? Let's see what it's about. Oh god dang it! Don't tell me you got the damn sign in for this shit. Okay, let me see.
Beachside Rehab, a private recovery center, offers Florida's most effective inpatient mental health and addiction treatment program, where your path to recovery is individualized just for you by caring for professionals who understand that your story and needs are unique. We utilize mind, body, and spiritual experiences to provide an enhanced level of healing. Here, you'll rediscover the strength within to overcome life's obstacles.
Yeah, this the one. I ain't never seen the video. It was a picture. And what the hell? He's running. Oh my goodness, I see why they running. Shit. And just remind you, these are transgender niggas. These are niggas. Yeah, they running that rat out of there. What the fuck you doing in that area, nigga? I don't know. That whole area nothing but transgenders. Let's play this.
2 Israelis sustained injuries in brawl with transgender women in Thailand.
And as like I said, this was from last year, but still, you know, shit's still continuing on. Yeah.
Eichner. 2 Israeli tourists were injured on Wednesday during a brawl with transgender individuals on the Thai island of Phuket. Footage shared on social media shows at least one of the tourists fleeing from the scene after the physical confrontation. Thai media reported that the incident occurred on the famous Bangla Road, located in the nightlife district. According to the deputy commander of the Patong police station, the conflict began when 4 to 5 transgender women confronted 2 Thai women, accusing them of stealing Israeli clients. When the Israeli tourists tried to intervene,
them niggas trying to get some ding-a-ling. Man, the holy people are trying to fuck with some transgenders. Goodness fucking gracious. Ain't that some shit? The holy people are trying to get they transgender on. Goodness gracious.
found themselves caught up in the altercation. In the video, the 2 tourists are seen running down Bangla Road while the transgender individuals chase after them. Both the Israeli tourists and the transgender individuals sustained injuries. The tourists remained at the scene and were treated by Thai emergency services, which evacuated them to Patong Hospital. Photos from the incident published in Thailand show that at least one of the tourist shirts was torn during the fight. Later, authorities identified 3 of the transgender individuals involved in the incident as Suwicha, 20, Apisi, 28, and Saiwapum, 29.
Alright, I ain't got to hear know about they damn names. I can tell you, shit, them niggas are getting attacked by, they about to get unbucked. They getting unbucked by some transgender Thai niggas.
Governments will let them in, especially if they're desperate, like what they're trying to do in Kenya right now, as we're seeing. But the locals they're not going to tolerate this in a way that I think will be much more profound than what we're seeing here in the States.
Yeah, I mean, you want to say, look, I don't think everybody within a country is responsible for the country's actions, and that goes for Israel as well. But there is a difference with Israel. For one, almost all of them serve in the military, so in that way, they're all part of the military that's committing genocide.
All right, let's get to the next video. This last one.
Spring is taking off. Save 13% on your next mission right now. Don't miss.
This is the CJ Berlin Show.
Hello, it's your friend CJ, and this week we examine the reasons why Israelis are widely regarded to be the world's worst foreign tourists. But first, please remember to like and subscribe to our
And that's something I forgot. I didn't know this video was about that. Because hell, I was just playing videos about their ways of behaving in other people's countries.
show. And don't forget to turn your notifications on so you never miss a single episode. Now let's get into it. Why is it wherever Israeli tourists go, from the beaches of Thailand?
Yep, just played a video about the answers in Thailand acting a fool. And that was just last year. Shit. Another one, he was beating the shit out of this one woman. Heck yeah. And then goddamn somebody caught his ass and he got the fucking bloody face.
And to the temples of India,
Somebody caught that rat.
Locals dread their arrival. This isn't about anti-Semitism, this is about TripAdvisor. This is a specific, recurring phenomenon that is being documented across the globe. The often aggressive behaviour of Israeli tourists in foreign lands. Even Jewish media outlets describe Israeli tourists as ugly, rude, aggressive and arrogant. But curiously, Western media outlets shy away from criticising Israelis no matter how atrocious their behaviour. Despite negative characterisations of Israeli tourists being shared by governments throughout Asia and South America, along with the Israeli Foreign Ministry, which recently launched a campaign to improve the image of its citizens abroad, because it can no longer afford to ignore the obvious problem. The problem being, Israelis believe they have the same impunity to mistreat locals in foreign countries the same way they mistreat and abuse Palestinians at home.
Palestine doesn't exist in Israel. What's on the map? What are you fighting for? 76 years over the state. So why are you waving the flag?
Abhorrent Israeli behavior doesn't emerge or occur in a vacuum. It is manufactured, it is taught, it is the downstream product of an ethno-nationalist ideology, a political culture, and a military system that convinces Israelis they are exceptional, and therefore rules and laws.
That's delusion. It's just like Esau, the regular Edomites. They think they're the gods on this earth. You gotta bend down to kiss his feet, nigga. Please, these niggas are absolutely disgusting. Yeah, that's how but these niggas are like beyond that. They think they're fucking super divine individuals.
Do not apply to them.
They're gonna find out the hard way when the Lord's the real Jews, or not Jews, let's say Israelites, reclaim their birthright. Put these niggas in chains.
You treated the same.
What the fuck?
Put it that way.
That nigga looked like he raped some babies and ate some.
I think not. I think that this is the nation of the Jews, that the Jews should have more rights than non-Jews. Like, give me an example of a right that a Jew should have that a non-Jew shouldn't. Right now, there's the right for Jews to come to Israel and to get your citizenship, which isn't for all non-Jews. This is the land for the Jews. All Jews can come and live here. I think that Jews should have more rights than non-Jews.
The arrogance is not incidental, it is baked in. It is the logical expression of a settler colonial psychology that says, I have a right to steal your home and land. You exist only to serve me. Your indigenous culture, your customs, your rules are inconveniences to be bypassed, not traditions to be respected. These racist attitudes are the byproduct of a system designed to brainwash every Jewish Israeli citizen. These are not just my words, but the words of Daniel Weiss, who leads a Jewish settler political party in the occupied West Bank.
Don't you explain to the Jews in the United States what is exactly behind your thinking? I explain. But I'm laughing because the right word for it, you have to brainwash all the time. You have to say it, to explain it, to live it, to cope with it. My husband says to me, why do you speak to your children all the time about Zionism, pioneers in Judea and Samaria, settling? And all my family are settlers here. Because this is the only way to continue Zionism.
Yes, she actually said that Zionists must forever commit to brainwashing and indoctrination, a process that starts in Israel's kindergartens, where Jewish children are not taught history, they are taught racist colonial mythologies.
Yeah, goddamn, fucking open up their true nature, who they truly are. Niggers.
But the land was empty until European Jewish migrants made the desert bloom. The Palestinians hate Israelis because they're Jewish and not because the state of Israel...
That's it. It sounds like the same shit that regular ass white folks put on their children about blacks and Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They're bad, especially them black ones. They're bad. And that's why we call them black, because they're evil. They're evil, dark, sinister, void of light, all that shit. Anyway, yeah, we got some bad ones, but look what happened. I mean, from all the fucking bullshit we had. Oh my goodness. Anyway, but look at you people. Goodness gracious, and history is just absolutely nasty and violent. Yeah, we got some bad apples in the basket or whatever when it comes to our people, but shit, y'all niggas are the worst. Y'all fucked up internationally. We fucked things up in a neighborhood. You niggas fuck up shit worldwide.
Illegally steals, occupies, and colonizes their land. You know the rest.
That shit like these niggas right here, these small head niggas. Don't shoot the kid. Are you anti-Semitic?
But the point here is that Zionist propaganda not only dehumanizes Palestinians, but also it decivilizes the general Israeli population.
They're at war and they're trying to hit my tank. Matter of fact, if they're the chosen people, what the fuck they having in weapon of warfare? They don't supposed to have stuff like that. Isaiah chapter 2, especially when the Lord is here, and then they say they're the chosen people, the Lord should be there, you know what I'm saying? Then they claim to be the people in the land, and hey, where the Lord at? And the Lord is here, He's supposed to be destroying all weapons of warfare. Isaiah chapter 2, verse 4. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. See what I mean? Their weapons of warfare, spears and swords, be like guns, missiles, tanks, planes that carry weapons, bombs, nuclear bombs. Hell, nation shall not lift up sword against nation. No more wars. Neither shall they learn war anymore. No more wars. But guess what? These people still warring and fighting each other. Yep.
הם סורים והם לובשים מדים בצבע חום ירוק. ערבים. אני מדמיין שכל פעם אני רואה מולי ערבי מת, זה ממש שמח אותי כבר יותר.
אז מה יקרה במסגד? ישבר? פגש בשנה האחרונה
violent little rats.
ילד ערבי. איפה פגשת ילד ערבי? ליד הכל. דיברת איתו?
לא, הוא דחף אותי.
ומה קורה כשאתם רואים ילד ערבי? מה אתם מרגישים? זעם? מה?
That nigga look like he Arab.
יא משיח, הבנתי, מה אתה אומר?
You see, but a time in Israeli
says, and part of them will become slaves. How's it working out for you niggers? It ain't working out well for y'all to try to enslave or see everybody. Hell, they had us as slaves. And hell, these motherfuckers right here was probably the slave owners back in the times. These same little niggers, these little baby rat niggers, were probably slaves back then when we was enslaved, when I was a slave. Before the reincarnation of now, or whatever. Anyway, what I'm saying, these motherfuckers, yeah, we all reincarnated. But these motherfuckers back probably in the 1800s, 1700s, were probably over here in the United States. Oh yeah, or somewhere. Had the real Israelites in slavery and captivity. Yeah, owning ships, the slave ships and slave auctions. Little dirty fuckers.
You see, by the time an Israeli child reaches the age of 10, they've been handed an upside-down moral universe. One in which
hell, they ain't got to teach these niggas nothing. They got it in their damn nature.
Israel is always the victim, always the defender, and never the aggressor.
Why does it have to happen to us always? Why is it always the Jewish people?
Because the Lord has a problem with you niggers. And shit, y'all devils.
Do anything. It wasn't us.
Oh, yeah, you have. You did a whole lot of shit, so don't act like I'm a victim. You're a villain.
Like, we really didn't do anything.
Critics of the Jewish state would say you guys started this war by attacking Iran.
Yes. Fucking lying ass bitch. Goddamn big old thick ass lenses.
48 hours ago.
No. We didn't. Not start? No. The Jewish people, Israel doesn't want to ever do a war.
Get the fuck out of here. That was a delusional ass bitch.
This indoctrination blends racism with militarism, a toxic cocktail that perpetuates violence, hatred, and arrogance towards anyone who is not Jewish. It's from this well of hate that the ugly Israeli tourist springs. Because if you build a society based on the domination of another people, then it's unlikely your citizens will know how to treat the rest of the world with dignity and respect.
Israeli children are exposed to violence from a young age, and they are socialized to normalize it. In kindergarten, primary school, high school, through textbook, lessons, holidays, memorial ceremonies, children in Israel are indoctrinated into ideologies that justify, perpetuate violence. Take, for example, a holiday of Hanukkah, caught in Israel not a celebration of light, but as a nationalistic parable of Jewish militaristic heroism. So is Purim, Passover, Day of Holocaust, Memorial Day, Independence Day, and the days of commemorating Bar Kokhba uprising against Rome are all days in which children and adolescents are indoctrinated to be a
holiday of hate,
militaristic, nationalistic, and chauvinistic.
This system of racist indoctrination is why you can take a Zionist out of Israel, but you can't take Zionism out of the Israeli. And one only has to look to the behavior of Israeli football fans to know what I'm talking about here. Take Beta Jerusalem FC, for example. It's regarded as the most racist football club in Israel, and its fans are considered the most racist in the world. And they want you to know they're damn proud of it.
להגיד לכם רק שתי מילים. יאללה בית"ר!
Hold on, what did he say? I've come here tonight to say 2 words.
להגיד לכם רק שתי מילים. יאללה בית"ר!
The most racist team in the country. Here we are, the most racist team in the country. What the fuck is these niggas doing?
Now, what do you think happens when proudly racist Israeli football fans travel overseas to watch their teams play? Well, I'll save you the suspense. We know what happens because we saw what happened when fans of Maccabi Tel Aviv traveled to Amsterdam in 2024 to play the Dutch football club Ajax.
And see, they got war crime songs. Shit. War crime, not war cry, but war crime songs. They got songs. They singing songs of genocide, genocidal songs.
Maccabi fans have been here since Wednesday, and they have wreaked havoc everywhere. They've been chanting.
Wreak havoc. They some goddamn rats. They tearing shit up, just chewing on things, gnawing things up. They act like a bunch of niggers.
Things, especially also what is happening in Gaza. They vandalized numerous buildings. They've
See what I mean? They just act like they're a bunch of niggers. They're wild animals. They need to be tamed.
Palestinian flags. They've been inciting for violence, and they have only been protected by the police.
The city of Amsterdam has since approved a motion to declare certain foreign sports clubs, including Israel's Maccabi Tel Aviv, unwelcome in the city if they are deemed to have contributed to occupation or racism, which is a welcome move, given the vast majority of Israeli tourists are in their early 20s and have spent the previous 2 or 3 years serving in the Zionist army, an institution built on the premise that one group of people, namely Palestinians, have fewer rights, fewer claims, fewer entitlements to dignity than the Israeli soldier standing over them at an occupation checkpoint. Every Israeli is trained to reinforce a system of structured dehumanization. And when you build a society around a founding myth of chosenness, reinforced by a military occupation, sustained by Western impunity, and wrapped in the language of perpetual victimhood, what you produce on the other end is a citizen who moves through the world as though it owes them something.
Sorry, but your money, but my money, okay? Build your country. Oh, wow. Okay, keep that.
So, what are you doing here? Go out of this country. You live here?
The Zionist gang. The Zionist gang. They've been the Zionist gang. The Zionist gang.
Hey, what are you doing? You're touching me.
You're a violent rat.
You're the one touching everyone. That's real original. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't touch this shit, man. Don't touch this shit. Don't touch this shit. Give me this shit.
This is what occupation does to the occupier. That is the tragedy here. Not just for the people of Southeast Asia or South America who have to tolerate their rudeness, the haggling in bad faith, the noise, the disregard for local norms, but for young Israeli people themselves who have been so thoroughly marinated in a culture of exceptionalism that they've lost their basic human capacity for humility. Travel, at its best, is supposed to dissolve the ego. It's supposed to remind you that you are small, that there are a billion ways to live a life, that the village in the mountains was doing just fine before you arrived and will do just fine after you leave. But you can never arrive at that humility if you've spent 3 years learning that your boot pressed against somebody else's neck is justified, necessary, even righteous. You see, the problem with Israeli tourists is not that they're Israeli or Jewish. It's the machine that made them. And until we're willing to name that machine, to look at the occupation, the indoctrination, the culture of impunity that Israel's Western backers have enabled for 70 plus years, we will keep having this conversation. Because bad tourists don't just fall from the sky, they are built. Which is why you, me, and everybody
created by Yahweh Shema Shah
has a moral obligation to not only boycott the state of Israel, but also foreign Israeli tourists, especially when almost all of them support genocide in Gaza and criminal wars against their neighbors. Follow the lead set by hotel and restaurant owners in Japan, Thailand, and Spain.
Invitado, gracias. Fuera de aquí. Matas Palestina, vais a comer en Gaza. En Gaza hay cerveza buena. Nada. Fuera. Matan gente, vienen a hacer vacaciones. Fuera de aquí.
Well, them niggas ain't welcome nowhere. They are not welcome anywhere. Shit, and they damn sure ain't gonna be safe anywhere.
¿Qué juntos zapatos? ¡Viva no! ¡Viva Palestina! ¡Libre! ¡Viva Palestina! ¡Libre! ¡Libre! ¡Libre!
There will never be an incentive for the state of Israel to stop committing war crimes and genocide until ordinary Israelis pay a price for their complicity in said war crimes and genocide. This much should be obvious. But I can promise you this, that one day the Zionist fever dream will break, causing the Zionist state to collapse under the crushing weight of its criminality and cruelty. And we will be here to report every step of the way.
Whatever. I don't give a fuck about all that. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. And I read it before, read it again. And the Lord Yahweh thy God will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee. And look what's going on. The number one enemy that we got to deal with when it comes to the top of Esau, Edom, Amalek. And the Lord is he's getting on these niggas hard. Oh, he's getting on them. The Lord having generations with Amalek. Oh no, having war with Amalek for generations, from generation to generation. And hopefully this is the last one we got to deal with this damn nigga. Heck yeah. He's the last, this is the hoping this is the last generation we got to deal with this nigga. This damn rat. Anyway, that's all I got, man. Oh, let me get another scripture. Second Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 8, and then shall that wicked, I was gonna say then shall that Amalek, well, the wicked, be revealed, whom the Lord Yahweh shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him who is coming after the working of Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders. So Yahweh the spirit of his mouth is the prophets. Yahweh and we cursing this devil out, and the Lord is also putting the spirit on these other people that go after these devils. Hey, they're being exposed of who they truly are, the wicked. Yeah, and they follow the ways of Satan. Satan is their god, Lucifer. Well, his name is just Satan, but they be talking about for worshiping Lucifer. But either way it goes, they are the wicked, and the Lord is exposing these devils. And hey, don't be believing that bullshit that they're the chosen people. They're a bunch of fraudsters. Don't fall for their goddamn spells. It's a bunch of bullshit. But anyway, that's all I got to say. But seek Yahweh Shema Shah by seeking his prophets and take heed to what to say and try to build a spiritual mental relationship with Yahweh Shema Shah by praying Yahweh Shema Shah, praising Yahweh Shema Shah, worshiping Yahweh Shema Shah, fearing Yahweh Shema Shah, and repenting to Yahweh Shema Shah. To all the men out there pushing this truth and nothing but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh Shema Shah. Keep on preach, keep on teach, keep your faith and trust on Yahweh Shema Shah, and stay humble. And for you few sisters out there taking heed, keep your faith and trust on Yahweh Shema Shah. Stay humble, stay in order with your man. If you ain't got no man, stay in order Yahweh Shema Shah. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Shalom.